Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm still dressed up. Here's another Halloween special episode, and today we're talking about my top 3 scariest paranormal games. What got me into paranormal activity was I started watching Celebrity Paranormal Project. I think it was MTV, and that basically was a show where they had celebrities go to different places, old hospitals, abandoned schools, prisons, asylums, and they ghost hunted. They would provoke the spirits a lot of times, and it was a heavily produced show that might lend some of its fabrication or just fantasticalness, but it was really interesting, and that's what got me started. I thought my house was haunted. It played tricks with my mind, but it was very interesting, and it was just always something that I thought was pretty cool. Fast forward to some things that caught my interest. For example, the Ouija board. I don't play them games. I do not play those games. So one day I just brought it up to my mom, and she was like, "Oh, never play that. It's, it's satanic, blah, blah, blah," and it really is. So basically what the Ouija board is, it's a board with letters and numbers and yes, no, and a planchette. You and another person, oh my gosh, you and another person, you can move it. You say something, you move it in a circle 3 times, and then you ask it something, and then you lightly touch it, and you wait for the spirits to guide. I said, oh my gosh, because you do need another person. I don't know if it works if you do one. And it brings something to mind, like with church, they say when 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, he will be in the midst. And that is related to Christianity. Like when you're in a prayer circle, God will be, his ears are open to hear you speak. And it's very interesting, like the parallels, like you and another person being together with the intention of summoning something or connecting with something. It's very interesting how it's done with prayer, and it can also be done with, otherworldly things. So that is very interesting to me. So just learning those parallels, I just had a brain blast. So my mom was just, satanic, and I did my own research, and I was scared. And this was when I was really young, and I was even afraid to do the online one, because I'm like, I don't want nothing coming through my computer or my phone. Come to find out, I didn't find out till I was younger, my mom actually experimented with one. Her sister, my aunt, they were in the basement, and probably another cousin, they were in the basement of their house, and they were playing with it. Then they heard something behind them fall, and they freaked out, and they ran, and they told their mom, and she was like, I told y'all don't be messing with that stuff up in my house. And they probably didn't even close it out right, because you have to, a lot of times with these type of games, it's very ritualistic, and you have to be on point. You open and you close the door, because you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't, and I find it really weird. Like if you are trying to connect with, say, a loved one who's passed on, like you're first of all opening the door into the abyss, and you're saying, Aunt Jan, are you there? And then the first yes you hear, you believe that? There, Aunt Jan plus 50 million other entities out there, you're calling into the abyss. Who's to say Aunt Jan is even around to hear you? Like, that is so scary. And then Aunt Jan's here. You believe that? Like, that could be a trickster spirit. It's crazy. I don't mess with those, because even in the movies, when the priests come and they do the exorcism and they try to get all of that out the house, the priests be struggling. So why would I even take that chance to invite, I'm not even gonna put myself in a situation. Why would you take that chance and invite something in your house, and the priest is struggling on the movies, and you're a normie? Like, are you gonna really do that much to the ghost is gonna leave you alone? That's crazy. I don't play those games, but they're so interesting. It's interesting. Like I said, I like learning about it as an unaffected third party. Don't put me in, coach, period. The next one is the hide and seek game with the doll. I used to look up a whole bunch of games, so nothing like, I'm trying to bring something in. Whenever I would work at this receptionist job, like at 6 in the morning, I just needed a little adrenaline to keep me awake. So this one, I've seen a lot of different descriptions. So the one that I'm talking about, don't play hide and seek alone in the dark, something like that. Some kind of long, convoluted name. And what you do, you get a human-like doll, so say like a Cabbage Patch doll. You cut up the stuffing in the doll, you take it out, you sew it back up with red thread. That's supposed to represent a lifeline. And I'm like, this is very intentional. I'm like, bruh, never. So you sew it up, and then in the videos that I saw on YouTube, because it was a lot of YouTubers doing this, they sewed it back up, and then they put it in the bathtub, and they say it's like playing tag or something. So you say you're it, or you say they're it, and you put them face down in the tub. It's weird. And then what you do, you turn off all the lights in your house except for one TV in the living room and you turn it to a static channel, and then you hide in the living room and you just wait for the doll to find you, and then they find you, and then you say like, I found you, or you're it. If the doll just appears in front of you, and then you switch roles, you hide the doll and then you look for the doll. It's weird. But oh, I forgot to mention, like, as you're doing this, you have like salt water in your mouth, and that's supposed to protect you from something, and it's just like, this is too much. Like I said, it's so intentional and it's so scary, because I would never advise nobody to play this. I don't care. I wouldn't do it. And then lastly, either the Midnight Man or Three Kings. I remember it is a game where you turn off all the lights. Oh yeah, you play these games at 3 a.m. in the morning. You turn off the lights in your house, you go into a closet, you light a candle, and you say, I invite the Muffin Man over for tea today. And if the candle blows out, then the Muffin Man is there. I'm just like, why would you do that? And these are not cool, vibey spirits. These are typically malevolent ones. So it could be a vibey spirit, but like I said, you are shouting into the abyss and you just want some rando spirit in your house doing this and that. I don't recommend it. And it's just really weird. Lastly, this isn't a game, but this is one of the channels I used to watch called Mindsea TV, and they would go to different places, you know, like haunted asylums, schools, churches, more so houses, whenever they would get calls from people to investigate for them. And one thing I noticed, oh my gosh, it was very well done. Very well done. They wouldn't have any protection, especially like they one time went in, it was like the Mississippi swamplands or something. There was some person in the woods. They did not have any type of protection for themselves, no melee. Just like, why would you just go in there just wide open like that? And in addition to, whenever they would go look for ghosts, they wouldn't have any salt. And in the spiritual practices, salt is like cleansing and it's supposed to be used as protection. There was no cross, no rosary, no Bible, just by, oh, we heard this is scary, we're gonna leave now. And a lot of people in the comments were like, oh, you're supposed to stay. And then sometimes it was dangerous, like when they went to Mississippi and there was a person out there and they were driving along the dirt road and there was a tree, and I was just thinking, drive over it. And then I was like, oh, that might mess their tires up. So one guy had to get out and move it, and then while the other guy was in a car, either I think another car was coming behind them or somebody came out of the bushes. No protection. It's just scary. And I'm a scaredy cat. I'm okay to say that. It's risky stuff. It's something that I highly would advise against. A wise person learns from another person's errors. Those are some really interesting blurbs about paranormal games and shows that I watch. If you stayed this long, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the rain game, become a raindrop. And thank you guys so much for watching.